Hi there, I'm Cath, and in this video I'm going to share 5 sewing patterns that I think are perfect for summer, including 2 free patterns. Hi there, I'm Cath. My channel is made by Cath Craft. Thank you very much for joining me for my latest video, which is all about sewing for summer. Summer is fast approaching here in the UK. I'm hoping we'll have a nice warm one this year, fingers crossed. And I do love sewing for summer. I love all the fun prints to choose from and all of the pretty dresses and separates that you can mix and match. So I'm really in the mood for some summer sewing right now, and I thought it would be a good time to share with you some of my favourite sewing patterns for summer. I actually did a video around this time last year sharing 5 of my favourite summer sewing patterns, and I'll link that up above in case you fancy checking it out. And at the time of making that, I found it really hard to narrow it down to just 5 patterns, so I'm really pleased to have summer back again to do another video to share with you some more of my favourite patterns for summer. There are a couple of older ones, a kind of old favourites of mine, and a couple of newer ones in there too, including 2 free patterns. So I'm really looking forward to sharing them all with you, and I think they'd all work really well as a little capsule wardrobe that would be perfect to take on a summer holiday or just enjoy in the warm weather wherever you are. So I'm looking forward to sharing my 5 top patterns for sewing for summer. So the first sewing pattern that's on my list of 5 patterns I love to sew for summer is a t-shirt pattern. And I had to have a t-shirt pattern on my list because it's one of the garments I often reach for in summer. I think t-shirts are so practical and comfy, but I think they also work really well as a versatile item that can be dressed up and down depending on what you pair them with. And the t-shirt pattern I've chosen for my list is my favourite t-shirt pattern. It's one I've got a few versions of and I always enjoy wearing them, and I enjoy wearing them in different ways. And it's this pattern here. It is the Solar Sweater and Tee pattern by Papercut Patterns. So I've got the old version of the pattern here, as you can see, and it says the Kyoto Sweater and Tee, but it has since been rebranded and is now the Solar Sweater and Tee. It's a really lovely t-shirt pattern. I'll show you the line drawings, and it's quite a versatile pattern as well because you can also make a sweatshirt. But the t-shirt is a really nice boxy relaxed fit tee. It's got a crew neck and dropped shoulders, and I do like a dropped shoulder t-shirt. And it's got this really cute optional ruffle detail you can add into the sleeve too, which is a really cute feature. I think it makes it look a bit different to your average t-shirt, but it also works really well as a very simple relaxed fit boxy t-shirt without that ruffle too. And it works really well in a whole range of different fabrics, and what I like about the Solar Tee is it can look really different depending on what fabric you choose. So I think for pairing with a sort of simple pair of jeans, it works great in like a cotton jersey fabric for a really relaxed look. But for a more dressy or sort of pretty look, a drapey fabric like a viscose jersey or a bamboo jersey or a tencel jersey works really well, particularly if you add on the ruffles too. And in terms of sizing, it goes from UK 6 up to a UK 20, and the largest size is for a bust of 46.5 inches. And whenever I've made the t-shirt, I've always gone for the UK size 8 based on my bust measurement. And I think my hips and waist are slightly larger than the size 8, but I find it's got quite a relaxed, oversized fit to it. So going on my bust measurement and not grading out has always been fine for me. But I'll show you my versions of the Solar Tee. I reach them a lot actually. I really like them all. So yeah, I'll go through and show you my versions. So I've made a few versions of the Solar Tee, both with and without the ruffle added. And I thought I'd share with you my versions without the ruffle added first. And what I really like about the Solar Tee, if you do make it without the ruffle included, is it ends up being a really simple, relaxed t-shirt shape. And I think it lends itself really well to using a fun print because it's such a simple shape, it can really take the fun print and really showcase it. So I've had a bit of fun when I've chosen prints for my non-ruffle versions of the Solar Tee. And my first version is this one here, which I made in a really cute cotton pointel jersey that I got from Fabric Godmother. And I think this is still in stock at Fabric Godmother, so I'll link this fabric down below. And I'll try and link wherever possible the fabrics and patterns I mentioned in this video down below. But yeah, this is my first version I made without the ruffle, and as you can see, it's a really nice and sort of relaxed boxy shaped t-shirt. And I'll show you the pointel jersey up close. It's really cute with this mustard leopard print on. It's quite a cosy t-shirt actually. This pointel cotton jersey is quite substantial, so it's a great one for a slightly chillier day paired with a pair of jeans. I really love this version. And I'll put up a picture of me wearing that t-shirt so you can see what it looks like on. As you can see, it's a really relaxed, loose fit, easy to wear t-shirt, perfect for summer, teamed with a pair of jeans or with a pair of shorts for warmer weather. So that is my first version of the Solar tee without the ruffles, but I've got 2 more non-ruffled versions to share with you. And the second version I made without ruffles is in another fabric that I got from Fabric Godmother, but I think this fabric is now out of stock. It's a really pretty one. It is a cotton jacquard jersey. So you can see it's got this really cute jacquard print in hearts on it that's almost embossed or sort of 3D off the fabric, which I think is really pretty. This lovely pale pink colour. And this fabric's a bit lighter weight and more drapey than the pointel jersey one. So it creates a slightly different effect for this t-shirt. It is a bit more drapey and less boxy. And I think it really works well for summer, paired with a skirt or some shorts. And you can see on this version, I add a little heart on the front here. When I cut out the fabric for this version, then I noticed there was a little flaw on my front piece, which is a bit of a shame. But what I decided to do is add this little heart onto the front. And I think it's actually turned out quite nicely. I think it's quite a cute little feature of this t-shirt. So it's almost a happy accident that that flaw was there. But it's a really nice one to wear for summer. As I mentioned, it's more lightweight. So it's a perfect, relaxed, easy one for summer. And I'll put a picture up of me wearing that one too. And then my final non-ruffled version I've got to share with you is one that's in quite a bold print and definitely works well with the simple shape of the Solar tee. And I made this one in fabric I had left over from another project, and I knew I had enough to make some sort of garment out of it, so I was really pleased to sew this one up this summer. I'm looking forward to getting some wear out of this one this summer, particularly maybe on the beach with a pair of shorts. And it's this one here, this really cute ice cream print cotton jersey. It's a really sweet little print with all these different coloured ice creams on, you can see. It's a lovely soft jersey. This one is an art gallery jersey, and I think it might still be in stock at Minerva. If it is, I'll link it down below. It's a really pretty one, and art gallery do lovely soft jerseys. So as you can see, this one's a cotton jersey, so it's a little bit less drapey than my jacquard jersey. So another quite boxy one, but I think perfect for summer, for keeping me cool and out of the sun, but also quite nice and loose. So I shouldn't get too hot in it. And I'll put a picture up of me wearing that one too. So those are my 3 versions of the Solar tee that I've made without the ruffle. And the ice cream print version is quite a new make, but I've already got loads of wear out of my mustard leopard print version and my heart print version too. And I know I'll be reaching for all 3 a lot this summer. They're just really easy and relaxed to wear and go really well with a lot of things in my wardrobe. Then I've got 2 more versions of the Solar tee to share with you, and these are both versions that I made with the ruffle included. And I made both of these versions in a bamboo jersey. And I think a bamboo jersey works really well for the ruffle version of the Solar tee because it's really slinky and drapey. So it gives a really lovely soft look to the ruffle. But I'll share with you my first version, and this is the first version I made in this really pretty bright red bamboo jersey, which I think is a really lovely colour for summer. As you can see, it's really lovely and drapey, and bamboo jersey is also really breathable, so perfect for wearing in hot weather too. And what I really like about the fact the fabric is really slinky and lightweight is I think it works really well on a hot summer's day to wear out in the day, but also it looks really great dressed up a bit in the evening, maybe with a pretty skirt too. So that is my first version. Again, I made it in the size 8, so it's quite a boxy, relaxed look. But it doesn't look as boxy in the drapey fabric, it does sort of drape across your body a bit more. Then the second version I made is in this navy fabric, and I think navy is such a great staple for the wardrobe, so I had to have a navy version. And again, it's just really lovely and drapey, a really nice, easy, relaxed one to wear, and the ruffle adds a lovely, pretty little feminine detail to this t-shirt, I think. And I'll put a picture up of me wearing that one so you can see what that one looks like on and how it looks a bit different in terms of how it drapes to my sort of more boxy style pointel cotton jersey one. But I really love this Solar tee for summer. I think it is the perfect summer t-shirt. And one thing I really like the idea of doing this year, and I might well try and do before we go on holiday, is making a Solar tee but lengthening it to make it into sort of like a dress version, a really relaxed t-shirt dress. And I think that'd be perfect for a beach cover-up. So I really like the idea of making just a simple version, probably without the ruffle, extending it down just so it kind of comes to somewhere just above my knee. I think it'll be great for just popping on the beach after I've sort of been for a swim in the sea or something like that. And just really nice and easy to wear if I'm kind of getting down the sand and making sandcastles with my children and that sort of thing. I think that'll work really well and look really good with a pair of flip-flops on the beach too. So that is on my to-sew list this summer, if I can find some nice fabric and find the time to make that one too. The next pattern on my 5 top patterns to sew for summer list is quite a recent pattern, and it's a skirt pattern that I've really been enjoying pairing with my Solar t-shirts. And it's this pattern here, which is the Sabina skirt by Little Pomegranate. And what's really great about this pattern is it's a free pattern and it's really easy to get hold of your copy of this pattern. All you need to do is go on the Little Pomegranate website, which I'll link down below, and then you need to enter your email address to sign up for the newsletter, and then you'll automatically be emailed the pattern files and pattern instructions and basically everything you need to be able to sew this pattern up. And it's a really pretty skirt pattern that I think is also quite of the moment because it's a midi length skirt. So here's the line drawing for it. It's got an elasticated waist that sits at your natural waist, and then some curved shaping around the hips, which takes you down into a swishy skirt with this really cute little ruffle at the bottom. And it's also got slash pockets that are quite nice and roomy. And it's designed to be made in light to medium weight fabrics, and I think it works really well in a drapey fabric to create a really nice, soft, swishy, summery skirt. The Sabina skirt has also got a really good size range. It goes from a UK 6 to a UK 34, which takes you from a waist of 25 inches up to a waist of 51 inches. And the pattern is a really comprehensive pattern. It's really designed with beginners in mind, I think. There's loads of explanations throughout of sewing terms. It really holds your hand through the whole sewing process, so it's a really nice sew. And it's worth mentioning as well that the PDF files have the layers function, which means you don't have to print out every size. You can just choose to print out the sizes you want, which I think is really handy. So I made my version in a really pretty viscose fabric that I got from Minerva. Here's my version of the Sabina skirt. As you can see, it's a really cute ditzy print that I chose. It's a viscose challis and it's really lovely and soft and lightweight. And it was really good price too. I think it was only £5.99 per metre. So yeah, I chose mine to make this in this lovely sort of navy blue base with these really pretty little daisy flowers on. I think it comes with a red colourway on the base and a sand colourway on the base too, but I thought navy would go with a lot of things in my wardrobe. But it's got these pockets here, as you can see, that are really nice and roomy. And what I really like about the pockets is that they're sewn into the waistband of the skirt, you can see. So they don't sort of drag down, they sort of hold their shape and place really well. And it's got a little ruff at the bottom too. And it's a really nice, comfy, relaxed skirt to wear. I think with the elasticated waist, it does make it really, really nice and comfy. In terms of sizing and adjustments, I made the size 8 based on my measurements. The size 8 is designed for a waist of 26 inches and hips of 36 inches, which is bang on my measurements. And I initially lengthened this skirt because I thought I'm a little bit taller than the model on the front here in Mana who's modelling it. So I thought to achieve a similar length, I need to lengthen it slightly. But when I lengthened my version, it actually came up quite long. And in the end, my final version, I ended up being 1 1/4 inches shorter than the pattern pieces. So I took off 1 1/4 inches from the main piece of the skirt. And I'm really happy with that length. I think it's a really nice midi length for my height and body shape. And I'll put up a picture so you can see what it looks like on me. So it's a really simple sew and a really comfy one to wear. And as you can see here, I've teamed it with one of my Solar tees and I think it works really well like that. It's a really simple sew and a really comfy one to wear, and I know I'm going to get a lot of wear out of this one this summer. I like that it sort of keeps your legs covered up from the sun, but it's also really lightweight and swishy, so it doesn't feel like you're wearing something that will make you too hot. And I also really love the idea of hacking this skirt to crop it and maybe making it just above the knee length. I think it would look really cute as a sort of short skirt with that little ruffle on the bottom too. So I really like the idea of trying that this summer as well. My next top pattern for summer is another free pattern, and this is a free pattern for a camisole top. And I think cami tops are really handy items to have in your summer wardrobe. They work so well with so many other summery garments like skirts and shorts. I think they're really versatile. And the top I've chosen I think goes really well with a couple of other patterns I'm talking about in this video. And the pattern I've chosen is this one here, which is the Etty camisole by Tammy Handmade. And it's another free pattern that's really easy to download. You just need to go on Tammy Handmade's website, which I'll link down below, and download the files. It's a really pretty camisole top. It's designed to be quite a comfortable, loose-fitting top that you can just pull on over your head. So there are no fastenings included, so it's quite a simple sew. But I'll show you the line drawings. So it's quite a straight fit, loose cami top. And the really pretty feature is this scalloped edged V-neck front. And it's got these spaghetti straps and a straight back. So I think the scalloped edge just adds a little extra sort of pretty detail to quite a simple, loose-fitting cami top. And it's designed to be made in lightweight woven fabrics, and in terms of the size range, it goes from a UK 6 to a UK 24, which takes you up to a bust of 49 inches. So I've made one version of the Etty camisole to date, although I would like to make more, but I'll show you my version. And I made it in a really pretty viscose fabric that came from Rainbow Fabrics. I don't think this particular fabric is in stock anymore there, but they often do have pretty viscose fabrics in stock, so I'll link their website down below. It's a really lovely fabric, this black base and lots of really pretty flowers in different colours. And I made the size 8 of the cami based on my measurements. I think I was in between a UK 6 and a UK 8, but when I looked at the finished garment measurements, I thought it'd be worthwhile sizing up, so I wanted it to be fairly loose and relaxed fit. And in terms of adjustments, I made a couple of adjustments to this one. I widened the straps slightly to make them a bit more sort of bra friendly, so I could have that bra coverage. I also ended up tapering the sides a little bit down the bottom to just bring it in a little bit at the bottom, because I found it came out a little bit too much at the bottom and was a little bit too wide there for me, so I just brought it in slightly. And one other step I added in this construction process was for the scalloped edge at the front, which you can just see here. I stay stitched all along this front piece before I sewed the facing inside and the front piece together, just to stop the scallops stretching out a little bit. And I think that helped, because it does sit nice and flat at the front and the scallops haven't stretched out when I sewed it. So I added in that step of stay stitching. It's a really pretty top. You can see the straight back there and the scalloped edge front there. And I'll put a picture so you can see it on and hopefully see in a bit more detail how it looks like there. So as you can see from the photo, when I made my Etty cami, I also made a pair of shorts in the same fabric to make a faux play suit, and I was really happy with how that turned out, and it was a lot of fun making that outfit. And I also really like the idea of making an Etty cami and Sabina skirt in the same fabric. And if you tuck the Etty cami into the Sabina skirt, I think it would make a really lovely faux midi dress that would also then work really well as two separate pieces as well. So I really like the idea for the future. I think that'll be a lovely one for a summer holiday to make those garments work in lots of different ways. I also really like the idea of hacking the Etty by cropping it off and adding a gathered skirt to make a sort of pretty sundress, or you can maybe add several tiers to make a floaty sort of maxi dress version. So I think the Etty cami is a pattern that has lots of potential to hack and pair with other patterns to make lots of really different versatile outfits. So it's definitely a really great one to sew for summer. So I've mentioned in this video that I think the solar tee and the Etty cami both work really well paired with a pair of shorts for summer. So I thought I'd have to include a shorts pattern in my top 5 patterns to sew for summer. And one of my favourite shorts patterns is this one here, which is the T-Town Chinos by Alina Design Co. And it's quite a cool pattern because it includes shorts and also a skirt. So it's quite a versatile one that I think you can make in quite a lot of different ways. This pattern is inspired by a classic pair of chinos, so it's quite a straight fit skirt and shorts with a fly front and slash pockets and several different options for the back pockets as well that you can have a bit of fun with. And there are also a couple of expansion packs too. I think there's an expansion pack to add welt pockets, and also an expansion pack to turn the shorts into full length trousers, which I think would be quite a handy one as well to have. And it's designed to be made in mid-weight woven fabrics, and in terms of sizing it goes from US size 0 to 18, with the largest size being for a waist of 36.5 inches. And I've made 2 versions of the T-Town shorts, and I find them a really comfy pattern to wear, and what I particularly like is they're designed to be mid-rise, and I often find high-rise skirts and shorts, if they've got a fitted waist, can be a little bit restrictive and hot for summer. And this one has got a fitted waist but sits a bit lower, so I find it's really comfy to wear. So I've made 2 versions, and the first version I made was a toile version, which I made in a linen look cotton from Minerva. And I chose a really cute coral colour, and I'll put up a picture of those shorts so you can see how they turned out. There's quite a lot of fiddly bits in the construction of this pattern, with the fly front zipper and the slash pockets and their bar tacks and all sorts of things involved. But I found the Alina Design Co instructions really good. It's the only pattern I've made by them, but their pattern instructions are really comprehensive and the pictures were really clear, and I did feel it took me through really gently through each stage of the process as the shorts came together. So my first version I made in a size 6, I did have to make a few adjustments, particularly it was gaping a little bit at the back around my waist, and I had to take it in a little bit there. But actually it was quite easy to take them in, and they have turned into a wearable pair, and I've enjoyed wearing them quite a lot in warm weather. They're nice and loose and light and really comfy to wear. And then I went on to make my proper pair in some linen fabric I got from Guthrie Ghani. It's a really nice quality enzyme washed linen. I got this a couple of years ago, so I doubt they have the same exact linen still in stock, but this is my proper pair. And I made them in this navy colour because I thought that'd be really useful and versatile to wear with lots of different things in my wardrobe. So you can see it's got the slash pockets and the fly front zipper there, and then I've got pocket bags inside that I used some fabric from another make. I think I actually made a summer dress in this fabric, so it's nice to use the scraps of the pocket bags. It's got little belt loops here with the bar tacks on, and I opted for kind of a simple sort of rounded pocket on the back. You can see there, so some top stitching there too. So they came together really nicely, and this pair fits just right, and they're really, really comfy for summer. And I'll put a picture up of me wearing them with the Etty cami so you can see how they look on and how they look quite nice with a cami top paired with them too. And I really like the idea of trying to make the skirt at some point in the future too. I think it would make a really cute denim skirt for summer. I think that would work really well as well. So yeah, a really versatile pattern, the Cheetown Chinos by Alina Design Co. So my final pattern in my top 5 patterns to sew for summer list is a dress, and I had to include a dress on my list because I do love a dress for summer. And this pattern is one of my favourite summer dresses, which I think is really comfy to wear and really versatile too. It is the Forsythe dress by French Navy. And I really like French Navy patterns. I find them really wearable but pretty with some interesting details too. And the Forsythe dress is no exception there. I will show you the line drawings. It is a woven dress pattern. And here are the line drawings. It's designed to be a fairly relaxed fit dress. I can pull my version over my head. Although it's got these buttons down the back, I don't find I need to open them. It's got a slightly dropped waist and a gathered skirt, and it's got this really interesting panelled bodice with this curved panelling that then sort of is in line with the little slash pockets on the skirt. And like I said, it's got a button down back bodice, which I think is a really pretty feature too. And the neckline is finished with bias binding, which I always think is a really nice way to finish a neckline too. So it's a really nice one to sew and has a really nice finish to it too. In terms of sizing, it goes from a UK 6 to a UK 18 up to a bust of 42 inches. And it's designed for light to medium weight fabrics. And because it's a nice loose fit dress, I think it's perfect for summer weather. And I've made 2 versions and I wear both of them loads. So my first version is this one here, which I made in a ikat cotton fabric that I got from a Tokri, which is an online fabric shop in India. And I've made one order from there, and I bought a load of different ikat cottons because I love ikat cotton. It's so nice and soft and comfy to wear. And I'll link the website down below. I don't think this particular print is in stock anymore because I think the prints do change quite regularly, but you can always find some lovely ikat cotton fabrics on their website. This is my first version I made. I made the size 6 for both the versions I made based on my bust size. My waist and hips are actually size 8, but I find it's quite a straight, relaxed fit, so I was able to make the size 6 without any grading out, and it still fits over my head nicely and is quite a nice, relaxed fit to wear. But yes, this is my first version. I'll show you the back too. I chose these really cute little sort of almost mustardy coloured buttons to pop against the fabric. And I didn't make any adjustment to the waistline on this pattern. It is designed to be a slightly dropped waist look to it, and I have a slightly longer torso, so probably on me it isn't as dropped as it's intended to be, but I quite like where it sits on me. But I'll put a picture up so you can see what it looks like on. It's a really nice, relaxed, comfy one to wear in this lovely soft ikat fabric, and I often wear this as a travelling dress. It's a really nice, comfy one to wear in the car with a pair of trainers on when we're going on holiday. I often pair it with a pair of leggings too. It looks good with a pair of leggings on a cooler day as well. So that's my first version of the Forsythe dress. So for my second version of the Forsythe dress, I decided to choose a stripy fabric because I wanted to have a bit of fun playing with the direction of the stripes to really showcase the panelling detail on the bodice of this dress. And here is my second version. And I made it in this really pretty cotton linen blend fabric that I got from Lamazi Fabrics. I got this fabric over a year ago and I don't think it's in stock anymore, but it's a really nice cotton linen blend. It's perfect for a hot day because it's really nice and breathable being cotton and linen. But I also like the fact that this dress kind of keeps you covered on the shoulders for a hot day too, so it's a really nice one to wear in hot weather. I also like the fact the blue and white stripes give it kind of a nautical vibe to it, which I think is quite cool. So yeah, I had a bit of fun with the placement of the stripes here, making the horizontal stripes here and the vertical stripes down the side, so you can really see the curve here of the panel, and then also it curves around here to the bottom as well. I kind of went with the sort of vertical stripes here, sort of provide a juxtaposition against the horizontal stripes there. And then on the back here, you can see the buttons. And when I had a look in my button stash, I found a couple of buttons I like for this dress, but I didn't have enough of each one to do the whole back, so I decided to mix and match the buttons, and I really like how it's turned out. So you can see I've got these kind of creamy white ones here, kind of classic button, and I've also got these sort of more grey marbly effect ones. I think they look quite cute all paired together against this fabric. So it's a really fun make, this one. Again, I made the same size, the UK size 6 with no adjustments, and I can get it on over my head. And I like with the stripes how you can see the bias binding detail here is on the diagonal. I think that's quite a pretty little feature that, yeah, you can't see when it's on, but I kind of enjoy knowing is there too. So it's a really nice dress to make. The instructions are really good and the construction comes together really nicely, and also a really comfy, relaxed one to wear. And I think it's a great dress because you can layer it up with, say, something underneath for a cooler day, but it's great on its own too with a pair of sandals. And I'll put a picture of me wearing this one too, so you can see what this one looks like as well. So those are my 5 top sewing patterns for summer. So that includes a t-shirt pattern, a cami top, a skirt, a dress, and a shorts pattern that also has a skirt option too. And I think they're all really versatile patterns that work really well together to form a summer capsule wardrobe. I'm really looking forward to wearing all my versions this summer. I'm keeping my fingers crossed we get some decent weather. And like I mentioned earlier in the video, if you'd like to hear me talk about some of my other favourite patterns for summer, I'll link my last year's video below. There are some really cool patterns included in that video too. But thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing. And also if you press the bell icon, you'll be notified when my future videos come out. So thanks again for watching. I hope this video has given you a bit of inspiration for some summer sewing, and I'll hopefully see you again for another video soon. Bye!